Hi Libras, thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Care at 144. Very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their sun, moon, rising sign in the zodiac sign of Libra. Unlimited to anyone who should find this message or should this message find you. For your reading, I will be doing a 3-card spread of love, money, and you. And then we'll get a major arcana, and then we'll get a card from the end of the world as we know it deck, created by me, that has the lunar moon phases and zodiac signs. Everything has been pre-shuffled, so let's go ahead and begin. I don't know where that came from. I was feeling it. Alright, let's get your love card for Libra. Thank you, Spirit. Love card for Libra. Love card for the Libras. Okay. Those that want to go back in, so we shall take a look. See. Beautiful. 10 of Cups and the King of Cups. Alright, so I see that King of Cups being right here. And then a nice little unit of a family. The both of you may have children. Or this could be about coming together with a King of Cups and there being a 10 of Cups overall and having some children. But the children are already here. I do get this being about happiness related to the childlike energy from within you both and what you bring to each other. Counterpart energy to the King of Cups will be the Queen of Cups. And then 10 energy is going to be Capricorn related to Saturn. Saturn being the ruler of Capricorn. This is complete emotional fulfillment. One of the happiest cards of the deck. It's the minor arcana of the Sun card. So along with the brightness, the illumination, the healing energy, the rays, I'm getting that being important coming from the rainbow. Cups being water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and a Fucus. This is happy land. This is having everything that it is that you need. With this being in love, this is a lot of love here too. So if you don't have this happening, you're manifesting it and it's coming into fruition where you have a loving, kind-hearted person here who doesn't wear their heart on their sleeve, but they have a lot of very deep felt emotion and care. There's going to be a great father here too. I'm picking up a couple of things related to some other decks. Seeing a man standing with 2 kids. Being in the doorway, welcoming others into their home. It being a very happy and beautiful environment. Very safe environment. I do get the sense of safety. Being very secure. So security, there being stability. The ocean energy could be significant. Body of water could also be significant for this King of Cups, where they may be surrounded by water, possibly on an island. With this island, like it just could be that this King of Cups is very protective of their feelings, and so possibly feeling like they're on an island most times, given the water energy that they are holding very well here. I'm getting that strongly. King of Cups, whether being physically on an island or not, they know how to protect themselves and keep themselves in their peace when it's important. And I keep noticing this red ship here. And then there's also, I think that's a little dolphin here. So that could be significant. Ships coming in. I just get being surrounded by very majestic things here too. So what I was going to say with that island energy is with the manifesting that you're doing with this being in the love section, this King of Cups, you guys are manifesting each other. This being the imaginative state, the subconscious state, I'm also getting for the King of Cups. And you both bringing a lot of happiness to each other, where I do get like a very playful energy of the Six of Cups here. And that being from within you both, just seeing the matching clothing for the masculine and then for the feminine. And then it being in both energies, right here with the King of Cups. So that also speaking to the balance that's taking place for the both of you here, with you having this present here in the love section. Tens are also about endings, coming into wonderful new beginnings. So with that new beginning energy, surrounded by this love and the rainbows. Rainbows are also about hope. I do get that being connected to the archangels as well. And then twin flames. And 144 could be significant for you. Take what resonates. I am also seeing this as like it could be a home, but I feel that you're on the grounds of where you want to be, being surrounded by others who love you and support you. So I do see this as being like another home, a neighbor, or like a church. And then the beautiful little water stream. It's very elemental, so I get that being a part of the manifesting too, and the magic that you both make to create your happiness and being completely emotionally fulfilled. And having this wonderful King of Cup here to be a part of that supply. That's so pretty. Yay, Libras. Okay, let's get your money card. Money card for Libra. I also get to a lot of you being seen as this Ten of Cups. And this being a partnership. Like the Queen of Cups actually being this energy and embodying this energy. And then the King of Cups seeing the Queen of Cups as this complete emotional fulfillment, the total package. This is so cute. Okay, so before I go to the money, this is kind of related to what I got for your reading. I channeled the title Scooter. And it's not the actual Scooter. It's Scooter from the show Living Single. It's a show from the 90s. And Scooter and Khadijah, the characters. Khadijah is played by Queen Latifah in Living Single. And so this part of that program, oh my goodness, it's one of my favorite. They're like one of my favorite couples on that TV show. Just the chemistry that they have, and then their backline story, like how they came together, how they have always been school friends, growing up as friends, very good friends, best friends, and then being adults, they reunite and try to decipher whether or not they want to get intimate and start a love partnership because they have deep feelings for each other. And so that kind of plays itself out throughout the program over the years of living single. And I just think they're one of the cutest couples ever, excuse me. So Scooter and Khadijah. So I got Scooter, and this possibly being the Scooter for Khadijah. So Khadijah and Scooter, it's also what I'm getting to. But it just being like, starting on a beautiful foundation of friendship. And then that growing into a love partnership. And I do believe, like, towards the end of the program, when it was being taken off the air, they both were still together. And I think they, like Scooter came and got Khadijah, and then they went off and went to travel the world. Like, and it being related to his job, I think he was a producer, a music producer. And that could be significant also, too, having to do with music. But take what resonates. I love that. I love that this came through, so I could be able to really correlate that with this. So we'll leave that there. Let's get your money card for Libra. I might even put for the title Khadijah and Scooter. Oh, it's fun. Okay. Money card for Libra. That's a lot of cards too. I noticed the way that they scooted. I want to take these and turn them this way and then up. Just because that's what I was seeing directional wise when these cards were coming through. So we're going to do this and that. Beautiful. And I love that too. And then we'll do this. Also here too. Where I'm seeing a leap of faith being taken, someone may have been confused, had some options, going within to discover their truth, and now taking flight. The hermit energy could be significant. Actually, I'm not getting that. For some reason, Spirit said no to that. Um, is this a full? A full? Because this is going to be separate. Maybe that's why these came through here separately. Um, this is going to be a different hermit energy. And so someone may have made you an option. And it being a foolish act of some sort here. This being in the money, I do get love and money being connected for a lot of twin flames. For some reason, that got taken back so hard. But a foolish person who made you an option, and they're in this hermit mode energy, and they're probably seeing, like I'm getting someone seeing the errors of their ways by going deep within and finding the light. That light being connected to the amount of light that's here. Now, this could be someone that's taking a leap of faith towards you after there being some confusion and going within, but I'm picking this up being something completely different. And then we do have the 9 and the 7 here together. And that creates a tower energy. Like I'm really not keen to this energy either. I'm seeing 3 energy, third party situations. Like someone hiding. Someone being foolish and hiding and having lots of options here. And then they're seeing this for themselves. Possibly because of a tower energy that you may have brought about here. So because of this, then I also get this here. And this being why this is happening here. And these 2 cards wanted to be over here, almost like taking flight, like something taking off connected to a new connection where you're being treated right and not treated as an option. And so what I just said about twin flames being connected and it being about both love and money, you have love and money. The money coming from you, though. Which is wonderful. I will say with the Queen of Pentacles being here, this is going to be correlating energy to the Queen of Cups with Capricorn and Cancer. So that could be significant for you. And I do see a lot of you being the Queen of Pentacles, the feminine energy. You could be the masculine energy. Take what resonates. But I am getting this Knight of Cup energy being the actions coming from the King of Cup. How they don't wear their heart on their sleeve, but they do have that emotion. And when they do make an offer, they're very sincere about it. And they could also be a younger person. So the action of love coming towards you and it coming from this King of Cups towards you as this Queen of Pentacles. This being the current state that you're in, with this being in the money section, this will speak to a lot of you being rich and making the money. Being very sound, stable, grounded, loving, surrounding yourself with beauty. Being the 10 of Cups here. That's part of that energy. I also get that too. And then seeing the blue mountains, that gives me that imaginative state. So that being a part of the manifesting, this being higher realm type situation. The white horse, I have got that. I'm seeing that from the sun card. and that being the happiest card of the deck. So there being a lot of happiness that's coming from this Knight of Cup, and that cup energy coming towards the Queen of Pentacles. So I do also get the Queen of Pentacles putting behind a person who's a part of a third-party situation with foolish behavior. And this person probably going through a tower moment connected to you delivering this tower moment if you're the feminine energy. That 1 and 6 coming together to create a 7, that being a part of some Chariot energy, but it's also Libra energy, 7th house energy of Libra. So any kind of disruption or imbalance is automatically being met with balance. So I feel this is also about recognition for a lot of you, seeing the culprit of anything imbalanced, and it neutralizing, it polarizing. So that polarity energy that I mentioned connected to Capricorn and Cancer, and it could even be speaking to what's here too with the King of Cups, the water and the Pentacle, the Cancerian energy and the Capricorn energy. And with the court energy, this will be the Emperor and the Empress energy, and what it is that you both are really strong in right now. Like, I feel the Emperor energy is being called more to be in this King of Cup energy, and you have reiteration of this with the Knight of Cups. And then this being the current state of the Empress energy, all about their money. And with it coming through in the money section, that just speaks to the balance, where there may have been some imbalance, and that being corrected by you being in your power and the universe supporting you, and then also bringing about this beautiful offer connected to love, where it could be even more money that's coming through here for you, coming from this King of Cups. We're going to leave this off to the side. That was a very disruptive energy also too, if you would take note of that as I was reading this card initially. I also get with the way that happened, this person putting on a particular front, and that being why they're in hermit mode, but having some kind of facade energy that they give off, and then actually being discovered for their truth. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. King of Wands. And the evidence is going to be in their hands. So you have this king here with this cup. There's the cup. This king here with their wand. Here's the one. So this King of Cups may have been also mistaken. Like, I'm getting mistaken energy, identity, and that being why the King of Cups is showing up here where it's important in the love section. I feel the way that the elements are showing here also too, with love being in love, money showing up here in money. You're definitely on the right path and the right track. The universe having your back towards any kind of imbalance. So this King of Wands, that player energy, it being right here. And this person being very foolish, possibly a little arrogant. A little arrogant. Very arrogant is what I'm hearing. But they're seeing you move on and be a boss and do what it is that you do magnificently, being very balanced. I'm also getting the polarity of Scorpio and Taurus as well. They're being balanced from within this. A lot of you may have, and Taurus will be a sister sign for you, with Venus being the ruler of Taurus also too. This is beautiful Venusian energy here with the Queen of Pentacles. And then the purple energy will speak to that higher realm energy, the higher chakras, the third eye, the crown chakra, having mastery in this. Pink and purple could also be significant. I do see a beautiful shade of pink here. Hue of pink that's aligning with that purple energy. And that's going to be actually your energy with the pink. Purple could be Sagittarius and a Fucus energy for you. But energetically, I place this King of Wands here. He's seeing the action of you moving on and receiving what you rightfully deserve. After treating you as a Queen of Pentacles, if you're the Queen of Pentacles, like an option. So the King of Wands learning about themselves. and that they shouldn't be playing people. They can't play people. If they try to play you, they're only playing themselves. It's Venus land. That's what I'm hearing. So yeah, and then we'll go ahead and we'll set this over with this here. Like, I feel like they use this cape of accomplishment. That's part of the facade. They may not have even gained this rightfully. Like, I'm just noticing the way it does not stay with them. It's kind of falling away from them. Like, it doesn't fit. Like, they took somebody's cape, or tried to take someone's cape. And it could even be related to what's here with the King of Cups here. Everything playing itself out the way it's supposed to, though. It's a soulmate party, and truth is being seen. The right moves and actions are being made. And so you have success that's here with both love and money, which is beautiful. Let's get your U card for Libra. Someone out here faking the funk. Alright, so we have the Queen of Wands reversed. This will be counterpart energy to the King of Wands. And I feel that this is a part of them seeing even more of the truth of selection here. I don't get this Queen of Wands being you. As you can see, we have the Six of Swords moving away from this energy. And then I'm even hearing like this person saying, well, wait, what if you do this here? It's still going to have this in the center here of options. And that's all I get. I don't get confusion. You don't go from confusion to taking a leap of faith. And so that 7 energy, I am noticing that there too. And I'm even seeing this King of Wands having their back, not wanting to see. Like, even if this was about taking a leap of faith, they have their back to all of that, where they're focused on the past. And so I get that past energy just going right back here to what's happening. And this right here, confirming what's come through here. And this person, this King of Wands, seeing the errors of their ways is what I'm hearing. We'll go ahead and set that back over there. But you have the Queen of Wands reversed. This is a bad witchery energy, someone with negative intent who does things that are immoral, are disrespectful, are unintegral, and without truth. And they're also holding a wand in their hand. So an over-sexual energy is also what I'm getting. That may be connected to, it's going to be connected to the options. Someone who's also not very loyal. I am seeing these lions all in reverse. The World card could be significant. That's going to be in reverse also too. So someone who manipulates in order to keep certain things going, or to try to keep certain things going. I feel with more of this coming to light and being illuminated, the truth is being seen of this actual person and their wicked ways is what I'm hearing. Wands will be fire. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and a Fucus. I'm not going to correlate it with anything related to the upright energies. And just take note that this is being moved away from. And once that's moved away from, someone moving away from this energy towards calmer waters, making this offer to a beautiful connection of abundance. So I do get this being the counterpart energy of what I was getting here, where it just goes back to this King of Cups here. With the counterpart, the true counterpart coming through. And then the High Priestess energy, I mentioned that here with this Ten of Cups. This being like this also here too. And so I think, this is why that evidence in the hand is very important, and what's coming through connected to each of these suits that are wanting to come through. Because this Pentacle is an offer. Seeing this as the Queen of Pentacles, I get this being, that they've earned what it is that they're getting. Being able to be an independent person, knowing how to make their money, but then also, I did mention that cup being connected possibly to money, with this being in the money section. And I do get this being that King of Pentacles, counterpart to the Queen, who's also the King of Cups. And that Ace of Pentacles being right here is an offer. Significant offer. Venus land. The bright energy that we see surrounding this Pentacle. Excuse me. They may have something to say here too. Like I said, they don't wear their heart on their sleeve. But they've got a lot of emotion from within and something to share. Love and money coming through. This is so pretty. So moving away from what does not serve. Moving away from choppy waters. Is this the Bodyguard revamped? I feel like we need to start playing that. Because this has come through as a significant person who has come to take a feminine into his arms, into his world, to get her away from choppy water, strife, struggle. I feel this could even be like a prototype connected to karmic cycles. So having to deal with continual relationships, and then finally realizing, being in your power, you can say no to any of that and all of that. Completely dismissing this prototype, moving away from this and going towards your major success here and what's really meant for you and designed for you. So by saying no, it's presenting the yes. Khadijah and Scooter. That is so cute. I love this. I love your reading, Libras. Let's get these up. This is a perfect way to begin a Sunday. So the High Priestess energy, that's going to be the divine energy, divine counterpart. The counterpart will be the Hierophant. That being Taurus energy. We do have that here with the King of Pentacles. But I see divine union that's here. This being the spiritual and the physical. The twin flames. And then King of Pentacles is going to be, as I said before, counterpart to the Queen. But also, they have the keys to success. This is a mega manifester, knowing how to create money and bring it in. And then also being one who shares is very much looked up to. Both of you being very intuitive. I'm getting strong Capricorn energy. Taurus energy will also be here with the 2, but I do get Gemini manifesting with the symbol of Gemini being there. And then Cancerian energy, very pretty here. The balanced state with the 2 pillars of the dark and the light, being the keeper of secrets, the gatekeeper, that being a divine conduit. Also too, moon energy will be very significant. I just get that being a part of the Queen of Cup energy that's correlated to the King of Cups here. So I get also too with the 6 of Swords, both the masculine and the feminine being in that mode of moving themselves away from what does not serve. And in doing that, they're coming together in union. You're coming together in union with someone here. And this will not be a reading for those who are already in a connection. This is going to be for those who have done the work towards a connection, a divine connection, and now they're receiving it. So Two of Swords, I do get that as possibly being connected to the masculine and not seeing the truth of a situation here, connected to this Queen of Wands reversed. Is what I was going to say. Like, I'm glad that that prototype energy came through, because I just feel feminines here, the upright energies, will go through very redundant relationships where the men that they meet have some kind of energy associated with a negative Queen of Wands reversed. And that's always been the choice. For this reading, it's not the choice. Now, the last person that they may have associated with, making that choice. They're moving away from this. If you're the feminine, moving away from this and going towards what you rightfully deserve. Towards someone who is going to make the right choice. We'll see what's at the bottom here too. But Ace of Pentacles is super abundant. I see the love with the green nails also here too. So that love and money being significant with the United Cups energy. Being very psychic, highly intuitive. Both of yous. This is divine union right here. Spiritual and the physical side by side like this. And with the Ace of Pentacles, 6 energy of Virgo could also be significant. I do get that being a part of the healing process. We do have 4 of Swords there. Coming away from a 3 of Swords, a backstabbing and betrayal. And this is not going to be a wand. This is going to be an oar. I do get that being a part of what this King of Wands was trying to cause as far as like confusion. This won't be this. And then I'll also reiterate the reason I got this being a different person. First, it's energetic. And then the matching energy with what we see with the counterpart energy will also be significant there too. And then the options. Them allowing themselves to be tricked. Being in king mode and allowing themselves to be tricked. Alright, let's see what's at the bottom. Very rich. I want to say that also here too. So given that you have this showing up in the money with the Queen of Pentacles and that offer of both love and money coming from this knight who's also coming through as the King of Cups, showing up as this King of Pentacles in the physical energy connected to the spiritual energy of the High Priestess. This is so fabulous. At the bottom of the deck, I can't make this shit up. Can't make it up. Can't make it up. So I do get this being the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands reverse. Where that prototype energy, notice they're in yellow here. The prototype energy is just get being like copycat. Probably acting holier than thou, or that they're innocent. It being a part of the manipulation. I don't even want to get into all that. But here's that tower that I spoke on. That was picked up with the energy of what this all added up to. The 9 and the 7. So you have 2 towers technically here. I mean, that's just confirming the tower energy that's here, but the presence of a tower here, and now you have it here. This is major change for the better, significant change for the better. False foundations coming down. Anything that wanted to be imbalanced in your world. You being in your power, demanding that balance. And so the universe seeing you through and supporting this. Okay. And then there's stuff happening back there that no one's messing with. But I'll go ahead and I'll fix it after I get done with this reading. I have to light a little sage here too. But there's 2 7s. That's speaking to Libra, like the real call for true balance in your life. There's just no more room for nonsense. So if it wants to bring itself around, you have built yourself up so much so that any imbalance is automatically being met with what it is that you're meant to receive. We didn't want to put that on the King's card there. Okay, so with the significant change, I also see a W right here for win. Let's do this here. We're giving too much of that to... We're just going to... Actually, we're going to scoot this out. The energy, it's a little crowded. That could be significant too. It's just very crowded. 2 is a company, 3 is a crowd. I'm also getting that too. So the end of third party cycles, karmic cycles, that being done, that prototype being finished, you coming into this lifetime and doing the successful work, being seen for this, and then receiving the wonderful planetary and universal rewards. This person having to go through some lessons here with the Tower energy. And then, again, significant impact and change for the better for what's meant for you coming through for both you and your person. Where I get this could even be about the Knight of Cup offer coming from this King of Cup. And then this coming into the physical for you here. Divine union. Divine union. Like energies also with the Taurus energy very strongly, even Capricorn energy and the polarity to the Cancerian energy, and that being here also too, and then the Virgo energy being a part of the 6th house energy that's here. Getting away from this particular Virgo energy of the 9 here, moving away from that, and then transmuting that energy to have it work in your favor. 9s are about completions also too. All right, let's get your major arcana for Libra. Some of you may have a nice little surprise coming through. There being a major breakthrough. Major breakthrough. This being very significant. That's a very big pinnacle also too. Just want to mention that. Each of you have this in your hands, but I just get this being a bountiful blessing that's coming towards the High Priestess, and rightfully so. After accomplishing this major success of being independent and on their own and making their own money, being seen as that counterpart energy and it being acted upon. Wonderful, Libras. Card for Libra. Card for Libra. Let's make it last forever. I like the way you kiss me. Hey. Alright, you have the Moon reverse. Reveals nothing being hidden except for what wants to be hidden by the High Priestess and the Hierophant because of your divinity and having discernment. But things that need to come to light, coming to light. Anything imbalanced, being met with the balance because you are in Libra power. That being strong Venus power also too. It's the card of 18, right before the Sun card. It comes together to create a 9. So with the reversal, the one reversal that we have here will be the reveal connected to this Queen of Wands reverse. And that prototype energy. It could even be, you know, this King of Pentacles, King of Cup energy was also connected to a prototype energy in this manner. Getting away from that programming and that karmic cycle altogether. So with the overturning of this, the next card will be the Sun, then will be Judgment, and then will be the World card of completions of successfully completing karmic cycles. Confirmation. I just got a comment on one of my reads. All right. Thank you. I appreciate you. With the reveals, this would also be too about the true divine being seen for who it is that they are, what it is that you represent. The divine union also being a reveal here. It being seen, being made more aware of. Nothing can be hidden. That's true. Spiritual and the physical. I love this. I don't ever think I've seen this come through in a reading, to be honest with you. But I really love this, especially with it being connected to the abundance and it not just being about money. It's being about having everything that it is that you need. Very similar to the Ten of Cups here, and the hope and the beautiful promise that comes from God. Reveals. We'll just go ahead and we'll leave that there. And then let's see what's at the bottom. That's so pretty. Here's the Sun card. All right. So greater illumination. Happiness, karmas with the 8 connected to Saturn. Saturn being the ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius. Aquarius being connected to the star card and the destiny. The star card is 17 right before the moon card. The 1 and the 9 come together to create a 10. Happiness. This is the major arcana happiest card of the deck. You have the minor arcana happiest card of the deck. You are the sunshine. I get a lot of you being this energy and being seen for that and how bright it is that you shine. The light that you bring, the happiness and the joy, and when you're not around, it's noticeable. And that being part of what's behind the veil here too, and not really being a secret when it comes to your energy, just because of the amount of joy that you bring by being who it is that you are as a divine being here. That's beautiful. Sun will be the ruler of Leo. So this being the true upright energy of that Leo energy, and I get this being the true representation of the feminine energy being the Queen of Wands. And what that really means versus the Queen of Wands here, who's all about manipulation and witchery and doing things that they shouldn't be doing towards other people. And then the true counterpart energy of the King of Wands. Like, I see this as the King and the Queen of Wands. Because this King of Wands has a misrepresentation. And it being a different person. I got that being a different person. So notice also, too, we don't have the King and Queen of Swords. That's been a notorious couple also, too, coming through in a lot of the readings lately as two people who cannot stand each other who have been fighting. They're not a part of this. You've demanded, by being in your power, balance and stability and security and happiness and righteousness and what it is that you rightfully deserve. And it's here. Your happy is here. I also see with how this 19 creates a 10, the 10 and the 8 creating the moon. So this being ecliptic energy connected to what's also here. The moon and the sun. Combined. Divine union. So the moon energy being from within the sun energy also too. And then you see the whole universe. This could also be related to studies. Being seen for your gift, your true craft, your abilities. That being related to astronomy or astrology. Or both. Things coming full circle here for you. And a counterpart energy here too, where there's a lot of love and happiness. Recognition. Things being seen for what they really and truly are. And getting the win. I also see this as a W for woman. Respect for the woman. Respect as a woman of oneself. I don't know if I just said that right, but respecting oneself as a woman and as a female, being strong representation of this and leading by example for this type of prototype here as being seen for their wicked ways and choices. Very poor choices. I'm also getting that too. Devil don't like the sun. Let's look at 15. Capricorn energy. 1 and 5 creates a 6. Moving away from choppy waters towards calmer waters. Reverse energy. Goes right back to this energy. With that association, it's illumination of trickery More reversal. Here's the High Priestess. Lovers reversed. There being no harmony. This Empress reversed. Just going back to the Queen of Wands and that correlation there. And then having the Devil energy associated, being next to that, illuminating this. High Priestess may have delivered this. I get constantly. And now it finally being seen. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, and so I'm not going to go any further because I feel that this is going to the depths of what has come through as of late with the cards. But this speaking to counterpart energy also here too. So for every action, there's a reaction. Someone reacted to a divine union and there being recognition of this coming together. I see the 7 and the 2 creating a 9. And with that 9 energy, it's taken me to the Hermit energy, but it's not that Hermit. And that's where I get that misrepresentation also too. Oh, I'm not going to go any further. We shall not. We'll go ahead and we'll stop there. But it's almost like deception, corruption, you wanting no parts of that in your atmosphere. So a lot of that, by you being in your power, it's bubbling everything up to the surface to be seen and to be rendered and healed from. That 9 energy also too, connected to this 9 from the 18 and the Moon card. There's another incoming tower. Justice. This being upright energy, I feel that speaks to the true 9 also too. You have that negative association connected to the King of Wands in that reveal. That 9 pairing with the 7 to create that tower. And that's showing the truth of this actual 9 being this King of Wands, a different person. So ecliptic energy, I also get here too. With the Moon being in reverse, will speak to, again, the negative feminine energy and the illumination of that connect. Let's get your final card. For Libras, 9th house of Sagittarius will be significant. Jupiter connected to that as well. So you have a lot of Jupiter and Saturn. Venus energy very strongly. One card for Libra. And that being a part, I feel like the manipulation. Being able to get around that manipulative energy also too. Truth being the truth. The stars aligning. And things working in your favor. Connected to your scales of balance. One card for Libra. That has been coming through almost consecutively for each read at the bottom. The end of being stuck also here too. Not seeing, being held, tied, bound. 3 of Swords energy. It's the karmic cycle. 5 of Swords. People doing what it takes to win at all costs. Doing this behind your back. That's over. 8th house energy of Scorpio will be significant also too. So that being connected to secrecies and lies. And we do have very scorpionic energy here too. Very interesting. That wanted to be, I feel that's not even you. That's going to be the stuck energies of manipulative people. With the woman energy and someone not respecting themselves. Projecting that onto innocent people. So you have last quarter reversed. That being negative intent. I might actually get you some new cards here. Because it's coming from this negative energy here. And I feel that's just going to be more evident. That being a part of the Sun card and the illumination. And then the Moon in reverse as a reveal. I mean, Let's call a spade a spade. It just continued, the universe continuing to show the support of, you progressing and getting what you're supposed to be getting and in alignment. And anything that doesn't mesh with that is going to be automatically seen for its truth. So Virgo in reverse, that'll be that hermit energy. Last quarter in reverse, I've gotten this as, connected to finance and not necessarily the moon energy. But with it being in reverse, this is also lack of vision, also lack of balance, lack of healing, deep internal going deep within also too, and wanting to hide. Sus being in reverse here, also seeing that too. And then Soul 33, the energy of Jesus, being around this, but someone denying that spiritual energy. So that just being more evidence for that Queen of Wands reverse. Let's get you a card here. For Libra, it's just, I feel like it's almost like been a constant nagging for quite a while of someone who has dedicated themselves to disrespecting themselves, but then also disrespecting you if you're the feminine. And then that being disrespect towards lots, and that being major karma also too, with that huge 8. And then the 8 also being here too as well. And then I did see the 5 of Wands. Competition, breadcrumbing, stuck energy, bye-bye. Libra. I'm hearing bullies go bye-bye. That might be the title. But then that's giving more of the attention to who's being moved away from, so probably not. We have a beautiful love story, right? We have a beautiful love story that's coming together here, so we'll keep it as that. One card for Libra, please. I'm not taking that either. Full moons in reverse, so I do get that being about some intent that was set during the full moon. I'm going to do this real quick here, because that energy, no thank you. It's very reversey. And I feel that only speaks to more of the evidence of that Queen of Wands reverse prototype. The song that's playing right now is also titled Hold Back the River, so that could be significant too. There's no holding back on this river here. It's flowing. 2 tower energies. One card for Libra. And we see the reversal. Every time a reversal comes through, it just speaks to what's coming from that Queen of Wands reverse. One card for Libra, please. Thank you, Spirit. So we can beautifully complete this reading. I have one in my hand. All of these are in reverse, except for, let's see. We'll take a, oh, look at there. But look what wanted to be. Here's the 5. There's the 5 of Wands. And wanting to fight. Wanting to fight the universe. How crazy is that, yo? Wanting to fight the universe. And then this card landed on the sun. So we'll see. We'll see what that is. Leo reversed. Leo reversed. Leo reversed. Aries, here's your polarity, here's your balance, here's your sunshine, here's your happiness. Polarity energy of Aries. And this will be the Emperor energy also too. With the 1 energy representation, but then also the Emperor representing the 4. Period. So for Aries, we have your sizzling baby, and then the color for Aries will be red. I also have Libra pink, you being present here. And then the 1, and you better know it, Aries. Right by the sun, the happy energy. So then underneath this 5 of Wands of fighting, we have polarity energy, you being here with the Libra energy. Notice I have red and pink, pink and red. Correlation, balance, please, and thanks. Hand me that book. That book being the Torah. That's the the divine energy that belongs to you, a lot of you being twin flames, order in all courts, energy of 7, being important for you and your representation and what that means for you. There's been some 7s in here that came through with disconnect, and it's showing where that was coming from. But we have the truth. Scales being very important here also too. I love this because this is the air energy that I was speaking on. This being the true upright energy of the King and Queen of Swords. I'm also getting that too. And not the reversal energies of two people who have been fighting. Getting away from that karmic cycle. And then also the star card energy. I do get that also as well. So this being more of that couple energy, the divine union. King and Queen, Emperor and Empress. I'm also picking up. Aquarius energy, sacred. Quiet is a superpower. Color for Aquarius is going to be blue. We have that very strongly here in more than a few places. Number for Aquarius will be 11. For Aquarius, I put I can't even believe I put this. Go park my spaceship, please. We've got plenty to do and to get to. When I channel these energies and these messages, it's very high realm, it's very galactic. So that's going to speak to the higher realm energy that came through for a majority of your reading here. And just speaking to the moving away from choppy waters, lower vibrational energy towards calmer waters of higher vibrational energies. We've got plenty to do and to get to, and I get that being about love and enjoying the fruits of your labor. The Aries energy being from within both you and your person, being connected as divine counterparts. Again, this will be the Emperor energy I get very strongly though. So it could even be speaking to this, a lot of you being seen, as I said, with that 10 of Cups, as complete emotional, the complete total package, being the dream. So a lot of you embracing this Aquarius energy, having this from within you as Libras. But I do get this being about that balance energy of that King of Cups, the Emperor energy. And in that happening, it bringing about this whole divine union, cracking open anything that does not belong and getting rid of it, helping it to be seen so that it can be brought down, destructed, and then a new foundation of beauty and integrity and all things wonderful can be built upon, as it should. A dream and a wish fulfilled and come true here. And then justice also coming into play with 11. And that 11 being right here with the High Priestess, just going back to the Hierophant, everything being full circle. This is wonderful. I love it. Let's see what's at the bottom. We'll see what, I don't even know if we want to see what's a part of this 5-1. Pisces. Look, denial of Jesus. I did mention that. Crescent moon energy, reverse. So you see the crescent here in the High Priestess. This one in reverse, that's going to speak to that reversal Queen of Wands. Again, Capricorn, that'll be the devil energy that was next to the Empress energy that was in reverse. Correlating with the Queen of Wands reverse, Taurus reverse, that's even more of the High Priestess reverse. But then also the Queen of Pentacles reverse, very materialistic person, yada, 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 yada. And then Sagittarius. That just goes back to, oh my goodness, a lot of things. But I'm getting a very targeting person who has made targets towards innocent, just, I don't even want to talk anymore about this. But a targeting person who's taken their arrow and shot it in the wrong direction. Being stuck in the past also too. But having very negative intent. Very dark energy. Tower for that. Okay. And then let's see what's at the bottom. Scorpio upright. Being seen for your truth. Scorpio is getting the grace and the glory of getting away from having negative connotation and associations also too, with darkness. Just with the dark, just like with anything, with the dark there's also the light. High Priestess speaks on that too with these two pillars. So that being fairness for the Scorpio energy also here too. So let's go play and have fun in the water. We always stay on top of the biz. Hashtag Taurus. And then the eights will be significant. So in wanting to do that, you know, this negative intent, someone wanting to have divine feminine, high priestess energy being like this because they're like that, and that being a no. This is beautiful. We also have another bottom of the deck too, because these cards split all over the fucking place. Full moon. Peak, illumination, revelation, climax. Celebrate, produce, beautify, receive, express, distribute, intuit, surrender, and fulfill. The next moon, significant moon that's coming up, moon phase, is going to be a full moon. So the universe making it happen, Captain. That's all I got. That's all I got. This is a beautiful reading here for you, Libras. Justice being served also too with the Aquarius pairing of that air energy and justice and the 11 energy. That's speaking of, you know, fairness being brought into your world, but also the universe demanding that balance because you demanded that balance. You have great partnership, love, and money. And then also success in any energies that have wanted to try to keep you from you shining. It just being a no, an absolute no. All right. Libras, this was your reading. I hope that these messages were helpful, enlightening, empowering, and enriching here for you. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support. Welcome to all new subscribers. And until we meet again, I wish you all the very best. Take great care. I love you. Peace.